Oh, sunshine. How did they let this get picked at the finals?
I got an error trying to connect to the STV. It said I didn't have the map. I don't know what's going on there.
Have you got the right version of Sunshine?
I should do. Or maybe I haven't played it on this computer yet.
Yeah, that's probably the case, I would say. I mean, I don't think anyone willingly scrims that map. So this is dynamic doodlers versus the local yobs, as far as I can tell. See if I can find rosters. Man, these div5 teams have a lot of players. Like 13 players, including subs each.
Do apologise, guys, for the wait. Big noob right now.
They haven't started yet, as far as I can tell. Have you gotten in yet?
Just connecting now.
That's sick. Are you in?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Have you told Tom that we're
Yep,
ready?
I told him already.
Alright. Just want to quickly go over the rosters. Do you want to do yobs and I'll do dynamic doodlers?
Sure.
Right,
So, for the guys watching who don't know what this is the div5 semi-finals of OWL12 with local yobs versus dynamic doodlers. And I'm joined today by TG, and on blue we have local yobs with Red Snow and Treesus, I think it is, on Scout, Danjo on Demo, Killbobza on Medic, Treefish on Roma, and Trucker on Pocket.
Good evening, gamers. On the dynamic doodlers, we have Roro on, I guess it's going to be Scout, his sniper right now, but I'm guessing it's going to be Scout. We're going to have Arbox on Soldier, not sure which one. I don't know if this is actual alias, so I apologize in advance. We're going to have Will on Demo Man, Foslam on Medic, Manwich on Scout, and Maple Mage on Soldier. So I have not watched any div5 games yet, nor do I know any of the teams. So this will mostly just be like me seeing what they do.
Yeah, I don't know them too well either. Like, I know a couple of names. I've seen Trucker around.
I think I've seen Manwich in a pub before.
Yeah, I think I've seen Manwich around as well. But I think we should expect some decent games. Like, they've made it to the semis. They probably have got a fair bit of experience under their belt from this season. So, looking forward to what they can bring.
Yeah, it should be a good match for div5.
Yeah.
Even though it's on Sunshine, possibly the worst map in the pool. Or
Yeah.
possibly. This is the worst map.
Find out what the maps are actually. So it's going to be Sunshine first. Sorry for the low preparation. I just kind of grabbed TG the last minute and got back home from work. But we have, okay, so it was the local yobs that picked Sunshine. So coming to this, pretty keen to play some of those custom maps. Whereas Dynamic Doodlers with the advantage picking Process for a second map and Gully Wash for the decider. So
Wait, what was the second map?
Process.
Ugh, lots of boring last maps. Whatever happened to Badlands and Granary? Not a big hit with these low div teams apparently.
Obviously they like to play a lot, so maybe local yobs think they can take advantage of picking Sunshine. Bit of unorthodox, but I guess.
Well, I mean, if they learn the map, like,
yeah.
People who took the time to learn Sunshine are going to be the ones that pick it. Like, Yukari wanted us to practice Sunshine a bunch and get ahead of all the other teams, and then pick it. But it's just not a very fun map to scrim, or play in general.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think it has some problems, but some teams have obviously picked it up this season. It's good to see new maps getting into the pool.
I guess I don't really know any of the other new maps that were contenders.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll always miss Follower, but it obviously has its problems too.
Oh yeah. Like Snipers being the most broken shit ever, because it's like literally one line.
Yeah.
Looks like we're starting up. I'm gonna watch the Jono on the yobs since it's their map. With doing the correct rollout apparently. He seems to be going through choke. And slow mid to start off, as Sunshine usually is for Demo Man. The Jono does get hit with a lot of damage, down to 11 health. It looks like he's in a lot of trouble here. He's getting good spam onto the soldiers on the top of the roof. Both teams playing very passively this mid, not really wanting to go over to the other team's side. Dynamic Doodlers are pushing across now, and they've got quite a few players down. So, Yobs have just backed out to corner with their Metalite, so.
Yeah, it looks like just Dynamic Doodle is just taking that mid with, what, it was a 1-3, so Ubers are still even, but there is a 2-player advantage, well, effectively a 1-player advantage for Dynamic Doodlers, and looking to take some free position here. Yeah, they're not going to get forced that easily if they try and just muscle this in, but they're playing pretty cautiously here. I'm just watching a box, and he looks like he's going to rotate to, as we like to call it in our team, Summer Villa, and just looking to get some Pokemon. Gets a nice rocket on Red Snow, but he will back up. And yeah,
we call that Cafe.
Cafe, yeah, it's also a nice name.
Big fight going on in Cafe, very weird to see. Both teams just running into each other, it looks like, in Cafe. Now they just backed out and reset to their original positions.
Oh, I do apologise, I will get rid of Marble, sorry.
The local Yobs are definitely still in Cafe, they look like they're trying to push through. I don't know about this push though. I don't really think they can get out. Yeah, they thought better of it and just backed off. Dynamic Doodlers have also gone to Cafe. But they look like they're getting spammed too much to actually be able to push.
Yeah, it feels like local Yobs are really sort of spamming Dynamic Doodlers out pretty well, but... Okay, look, this soldier's looking in for a suicide here, does get cleaned up, so...
Not a very good jump, seems to got destroyed in the air by scouts, I think.
Yeah, I'm just watching...
Yobs, very early pop.
Yeah, very early pop, walking through Cafe and very late counter over, so there's looking to be a lot of cleanup here on these blue players. Is there any other chasing? Roro's just muscling in on this soldier, gets a nice meat shot, and he does go down, so the medic for local Yobs is alone, but he defends himself and manages to get out, but still, they're probably going to lose the second. Will just getting the damage off.
And they're not healing at all, so there's going to be a slight advantage for Dynamic Doodlers if they
Soldier in! Okay, he gets just piped. That was a nice pipe there, Will, just having to defend his medic there on 30 health, so... Yeah, as you say, it's going to be a slight advantage to Dynamic Doodlers looking for this last.
But as I say that, Yobs are grinding a lot harder, so it looks like it won't be much of an Uber to push off, especially on Sunshine last, which is a bit of a harder point to push.
Yeah, and it's basically even now, like it's a wash, you know. 10% advantage, it's quite hard to push even at a decent level, but yeah, probably just going to get a suicide here. Red Snow is up on the heavy defending last, so they're ready to just total it out, deny any jumpers that come in and get the good spam down, eat some damage, and looks like poking in left for this Dynamic Doodlers team, just trying to get some free position here.
Looks like Maple Mage is looking at the bottom. I don't know if he wants to jump from there or not. Nope, doesn't look like he's doing anything. They're looking right, they're just spamming the combo, I think. Yeah, local Yobs have a lot of people stacked on that one side. They seem very spammable there. And I don't know... I think they're just spamming each other. Roro goes in. He gets good shots on the med. The med has... They actually take a lot of damage. It just looked like he did. Roro dying. Maybe come up as a util? Like a sniper maybe? I feel like sniper's pretty strong at this point.
Yeah, probably looking just for frag. There's no suicide
as I say that,
from...
there's a sniper.
Yeah, as you say, the sniper. There's no suicide from local Yobs, so not taking advantage of that.
They do have a heavy. I don't
yeah,
really
that's
have
true. That's true.
Anyone to jump out on. It's very hard to suicide out at this point as well. You pretty much can't jump from anywhere, and you still have to sort of walk into them if you want to go for a suicide.
See Roro getting a nice angle on that heavy. Nearly had a shot there. They haven't seen him yet. Okay, he takes a shot and doesn't quite get it.
He's being very cautious with his sniper player. I feel like he can be a bit more aggressive on this point. I don't know why he's looking bottom. I don't think anyone's going to come through there. He should probably try sniping from there. I feel like that's a good sniping spot. And as I say that, he moves there. No one has spotted him at all.
He's gonna get a shot.
He gets the
oh my god, that was like sick. That was big plays. So, full Uber advantage now for Fosm. Uber's in, multiing the soldier in demo. Got some nice frags already, just looking to focus this heavy. Okay, Fosm's going man up on this demo. He's getting the Ubersaur out, but he gets taken out. But still, like, they just kill so many players with the Uber. Full Uber advantage, and just full credit to Roro there, just taking out the med and just good execution of the Uber. I would have liked to see that. Yeah, definitely. I would have liked to see a scout with that Uber maybe, but, you know, still, it was good multi.
I'm gonna watch Will on this rollout. Going the, he did the bop off the stairs in the corner. He seems to be very aggressive, going more down to their side of the map, whereas Dejono seems to be very passive. We were trying to take height, but they were getting destroyed by Will.
Both soldiers down for blue. And for red, so it's just looking for a cleanup for the scouts in the demo here. Scout on blue med, but he is able to defend himself, and...
Dynamic Doodlers go behind, kill a player, and Manwich also kills a player at mid.
Manwich is still in, he's going for the med here. Can he get a frag? No, he gets piped by Janjo, so nice defensive pipe there. They still kill both players.
That was a very good play from Manwich. He stayed in and held up the med demo by himself, and he took a player with him. So, very good play from Manwich to keep his team in at mid after they sort of backed out pretty early, and to get the player behind. But they did come back in. But they don't really seem keen to move forward on this point. There is spawners, to be fair, but they should have big Uber advantage. They should be definitely looking to push soon.
Let's see if Treefish is looking for a force anywhere. Well, they're just going to try and spam him out. Okay, he's over near the left side. Maybe just... could get a buff. We'll see what they want to do here. Looks like he is going for it, so... Okay, so Red have a bit in through Cafe. Killbobzer is trying to get out here, but he just gets destroyed by Will. He's Maple Mage going on looks to be Treefish there. He does go down as well, so should be a free second here. And
Foz gets down to 10 health during that fight. Very lucky to escape.
Yeah. I would like to see some pressure on last tier by Dynamic Doodlers.
Yeah,
but...
they definitely have players. They have 10-second respawn as well, so they should be pushing forward here. They might just want to consolidate with their Uber advantage though, which will be about 40%. As I say that, they start moving into lobby.
No utils up for Dynamic Doodlers, so they do have a 50% disadvantage, but they're just going to look to, you know, play with the standard classes, just try and spam them as they come in.
Again, they have so many players stacked on that left side. Just seems like too many.
Yeah, they've got both their scouts over here, looking to maybe just deny any jumpers that just jumping at their medic or something.
But full Uber been popped in right. And Trucker has been taken out, the med's been chased into spawn. There's so much pressure on Yobs. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a point for Dynamic Doodlers.
Yeah.
They just put too much pressure with the Uber, push the other blue team back into spawn.
I'm going to watch a box on this roller, and yeah, just like getting their soldiers over there, forcing blue into spawn, just not really able to do anything. Sometimes you just got to man up in those situations, but it's definitely hard.
Yeah, defending with the Uber disadvantage is very hard. Will opts for a cafe rollout this mid.
Okay.
And misses the health pack embarrassingly. The other demo hasn't spotted him.
Yeah.
He's got good damage on the scout.
I'm just watching a box. He's getting some height advantage. He's trying to spam out Danjo, and Danjo does go down. Oh, sorry, Dejono, I think is how you pronounce it. Yes. And it looks like low Yobs are just getting forced out here. They do still have their medic up, so that's a plus. But
they're moving quick through Cafe right now, and I don't think Yobs have spotted them. Nope, they've gone in for free. This is very good aggressive player. Yeah, they're gonna get this point for free. Very good aggression from Dynamic Doodlers.
I really like what Maple Mage did there. He essentially went in just a little bit earlier than the rest of his team, just forcing him to waste rockets on him and just give them a sort of a free entry. So
as we say that, Dejono goes down for basically free, and that's no demo to defend last. That's a very crucial pick. And they're pushing in left right now. They've been forced early though, and they haven't forced Yobs, so interesting to see how this is going to go. They have way more picks though, they have player advantage. If they just kite the Uber, they should be able to get this point. But they are backing out, so... Oh, I think Yobs are going to get mulched here. Yeah,
Burrow's going for a play on the point. He's up against the medic scout, but Tijono does come back and take him out, so...
Yobs have got spawners. That was a decent hold. They kept the Uber a long time, so they milked it, and Dynamic Doodlers didn't force them at all. I think it was an iffy decision to push in left when their medic was holding right. They should have just pushed straight on the med with Uber advantage.
I'm not sure Dynamic Doodles will recognize this, but because they Ubered earlier, essentially, they have like a 30% advantage, so they can probably use this. Let's see if a box is just, the pocket is just sitting back a bit here, so maybe they're not
I don't
looking
think they realize.
it, but yeah. I guess it's not the thing you think about.
So
that's
Roro's down middle. He's going to the right. He stands on a bunch of stickies and nearly dies. I
He
think
needs the
they've
heals
wised
here.
up to... Yeah, they've wised up to Roro's sniper plays. He's going bottom again. This is where he got the pick last time. Let's see if he can do anything here. He does get a headshot on the soldier. Brings him down to 30 health. Nope, he gets forwarded by a scout. TRSS through bottom. But TRSS also goes down for that. So, it's just going to be a reset. Roro might come back up for sniper again. Just keep trying to work it. Yep, he stays sniper. He's definitely favouring the sniper plays, and since it did work first, I don't really blame him. So we're just gonna probably stay last until they get more than one pick, or Roro gets a headshot.
Yeah. Just the box just trying to spam in top right here, just trying to get some spam on the combo, but he's getting stickied out. But because they're looking at him, they're not really trying to pressure Roro out, who is rotating bottom again, but it's just a scout here, like they're not giving him any room.
Yeah, they're not really pressuring Roro at all. Like, they sent one scout at him, but now they're just sort of sitting back. A box is doing a very good job of making space for Roro to shoot by spamming that right side. A box is all the way back on the second point now, though, for some reason.
Yeah.
Again, this is TF2 at its finest, just waiting around for snipes.
You can understand this though, like it's a semi-final, you want to play
yeah.
it safe. I can say we're probably, like my team probably wouldn't play it this safe, we're kind of nerds, but good to see they're taking it seriously. And Roro's just peeking in from the left, might be able to get a shot on this heavy, but there is a soldier there just above that crate, so...
I think he notices, so they are pressuring that soldier. He's being pressured off. Roro is almost getting a sightline on that med. It's a very interesting way of shooting.
Eventually he's going to hit something, like...
Yeah.
Oh, he does get a nice rocket him. Okay, so that was nice by Trickfish, able to take him out.
Maybe they might try something different now. Who knows? Could keep sniping. I expected div5 to be more exciting than this, but I guess it's Sunshine, so you can't really ask for much. It's a pretty weirdly designed map, and people don't really know how to play it yet, so... Oh, there's a spy coming out. At least they're trying something different.
Oh, they get a kill on Treefish, so maybe they're going to go before the spy comes. Maybe just pressure this in, but...
Put the spy behind them. Yeah, that's a good idea. But it doesn't look like it. Looks like they're just going to wait for the spy play. They don't really think much of the pick. Roro, indecisive of where he wants to go in.
I really like to see, like, I understand they have a heavy and it's last, but I do think local yobs could try and take advantage of some of these frags they're getting occasionally, like, you gotta try and push off.
Send a soldier out. Heavy's not really doing much either, on the pushes I don't think.
Roro's going in bottom, looking for a med, he's going behind the crates. Scouts are playing pretty close, so this is not going to be an easy pick here.
Doesn't look like anyone has spotted him either. He's going...
Oh, he runs face into a scout, he's not going to get anything.
That's very unlucky. He looked to have a very good, like, uncloak. Like, no one saw him. But he's just unlucky to run into the scout as soon as he turned the corner. Treefish does swap off heavy and looks like he's going to try something under. He is going behind them, so... He does get on the combo.
He's on the med though. Yeah, he got a rocket off, but
rockets.
Yeah. It's a hard position to get, probably jumped up there, but not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Definitely worth going for though. But he does have a very long respawn, it's unfortunate.
I really think with this player they should just Uber in here and just got a kill. And they get another kill,
yeah,
so I'm
definitely
expecting a boxer to take the Subaru's.
Actually they have a sniper, and they have a spawner now, so...
Okay.
But they do come in. They need to force this Uber a lot earlier than they are. But they do get a pick even through the Uber. Though Will goes down in the push, and they have a sniper, so their med has no one to heal right now except a sniper. Box did a lot of work on top, but looks like they're just gonna get out with sniper and med. So the med's not healing, so I don't know where he is right now.
He's just on mid. He's gonna find a scout as well, but yeah, about a 10% disadvantage, not the biggest thing in the world, but they are gonna... Dynamic Doodles are gonna lose second here, so a breath of fresh air for local yobs, just able to get off their last after quite a hold.
Yeah, that was probably about a 5-minute hold, just trying to stop the sniper and the Utos from getting into that last.
We see
It's a good push-up last.
We see Dodono picking Cafe, just with a team like Scout, Medic, Oh, there's a sniper up top. Sniper's on the roof thing, so he's getting a bit of a sideline. And Memwich does go down. The box just cleans up Trucker though, and the scouts come in. Okay, so nice headshot for Roro there. Able to pick up one of the other local yobs players. A box is trying to pressure out this medic and demo here, and they look like they're going to fall choke. He might be able to chase it. No, there's just a scout on. There's just a scout on Will, and okay, a box hits some nice rockets. So it's only 2 up for local yobs. Box is probably just going to muscle in for a choke and just have his additional players. He's got a scout, he's got a demo with him, so he should be fine to take.
He does get jumped though. The medic does get forced quite early as well.
Counter River is there from Dynamic Doodlers, but they got a 50% advantage with the Zuba. Killboz are just forced back into last. They are getting some stickies up, they are getting some kills, so maybe looking to defend this second. I see Maple Mage just dueling the scout on flank. He does get him. And okay, so local yobs trying to spam out Dynamic Duelers through Cafe, and it looks like they will fall back. Just even Ubers and even players. Might be just a reset.
It should be a reset. Interesting to see if Roro comes back up. He does come back up as scout. Not looking for any mid sniper plays again. Trucker jumping in past a bunch of scouts. They are, yeah, they deal with him quite quickly. That was an odd jump. I don't really think he had a very good position just jumping onto the point. Like, it wasn't worth the cap time to just jump there and die. There's no soldiers on Yob, so this might be a chance for Dynamic Doodlers. They're looking to push through Cafe right now, so noticing they have no soldiers. But they're taking it a bit slow. Yobs are gonna have spawners in time. Yobs Uber very early. They counter Uber, but looks like they're just gonna trade Ubers.
Yeah,
Yobs Uber lasting a bit longer, so
might be able to kill this demo here.
Good pipe. Both demos just fighting out. The Jono down to 4 health.
Just a very slow pressure here at Cafe. Meanwhile, the Flan are dying. It is a wash though at the moment, and okay,
2 players down from Dynamic Doodlers.
And it looks like we're going to have a scout for local yobs forcing in through choke, just giving his team some room to walk in through Cafe. And it looks like red team will be forced a bit back. Jump from the soldier though, trying to get on the med, but isn't able to do anything. And probably just going to be a wash. No, DeJona's still poking this, trying to get some pressure on this demo, but is going to be forced out. The scouts for local yobs just roaming, trying to clear up some stickies, trying to give their team some room. And yeah, just looking for the next angle for Dynamic Doodlers.
Both these teams really seem to favour Cafe as a place they like to push. As we look now, DeJono is baiting stickies through Cafe, and they're just sort of fighting each other and spamming each other through Cafe. They're not really looking to push any other avenues. So that's interesting.
Trucker's looking to take in the Uber here. He does have the Uber Force on him, it's relatively early, but also early counter Uber. He looks like he's going to go in for the demo here. Might be able to get a kill on him. Nice 2 rockets, okay. The counter Uber is there and he's just going to get mopped up. But the players are coming in for local yobs, and this play got a scout with medic with a demo. So, and another scout there, so this should be an easy mid. Maybe looking to pressure from right side with the demo, trying to get some pressure.
I feel like they're going to go through, they are going through flank now, the valley part of Sunshine, and they've got through unnoticed. A good change out from Yobs in terms of the mostly going Cafe the entire game.
Would really like to see them have a scout with them here, but
yeah, just demo by himself doesn't really seem that safe. Along comes a scout, so
not getting pressured that hard though. They are going to rotate for him. Does get a kill, so 1 scout down. Red Snow does go in, does clean up by Box, and Box looking to maybe spam out the left side here. They obviously local yobs losing some players, 3 for 2 at the moment. And okay, the medic does go down. Big plays by, I guess that would have been Maple Mage? I think it was.
The score is 2-0 to Dynamic Doodlers, to people in chat.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I will have to get a HUD for that, unfortunately. But it will be coming. Full Uber advantage for Dynamic Doodlers, and they're just going to force local yobs out of Cafe. Suicide comes in from the scout, but he does get the force. So, and they're not really capping this point that fast.
They definitely need time.
Yeah.
They might just push him without the scout.
I guess they're not really.
They're getting mulched at choke.
They're not really trying to deny forward spawns, I guess. So this is all right. But yeah, maybe could have been an entry there.
I think they were a bit indecisive. They either should have capped the point and stacked everyone on it, or they should have gone with the push. By just staying there and like splitting up your players, they didn't really accomplish anything.
I'm watching Red Snow just peeking through Cafe just as a scout. He's alone by now, but he's just putting enough pressure on to have their team look at him, but not really take too much damage. So I like this. Now he's just going to support his soldier on the flank. They're just rotating their players to wherever they see like the pressure. It's nice more than a static hold, I think, as long as you can coordinate it.
Yeah, it's a decent way of playing Sunshine. I feel like you can get lots of picks in the Valley area if like the team are aggressive enough. Also in Cafe, well, as I say that, they're pushing Cafe. Just slowly again. As I say that, yobs come through flank and Uber. But Dynamic Doodlers haven't Ubered at all, and they get a very, very late Uber.
Box is trying to chase this out. He hasn't got the medic connect with him, but he's able to spam it. Oh, but he just leaves his medic and does get taken out, even though it is after Uber. Looking to go on this soldier as well. Got a scout. He hits one rocket. Okay, nice shotgun as well. Oh, Boza nearly miracle plays there, but not able to take out Maple Mage. Maple Mage is on the back cap, but he's not going to be able to get this, and it's going to be a mid for local yobs.
And looks like Red Snow's looking to go forward through Cafe, probably spot someone out, maybe the med demo. But all he sees is a scout with a medic, so he thinks better of it and just backs out. Now it's just going to seem like a reset on mid, just holding it. Dynamic Doodlers do have an advantage, like quite a big one as well, so they might look to push this midpoint back in. Probably through the Cafe again. As I say that, the Jono nearly dies in Cafe.
He takes a lot of
damage. He's getting spammed very hard, yeah.
Gotta be careful, like, they should know they have Uber disadvantage and be able to look for like a force without having to suicide one of your players, so having stickies up is kind of important.
They do look like they want to push through choke soon. Sort of where they're headed. But they need to push right now because local yobs are grinding really fast and they already have Uber.
But they Uber in, and like, yeah, they got the Uber. Okay, so it is the crits Craig, and does get popped, but Box just manning up on this soldier that jumps his medic, not being able to let anything happen there. Does get cleaned up by Treesus though, who's on height, looking to make some plays. Going in on Foslam here, but not able to get anything.
And that's a wipe from yobs. Just, the Uber was too much, even though they Ubered at relatively the same time. Will's jump in with the Uber was pretty good. Like, he went out, like, took the medic out, took 2 plays. Oh my god, that sticky trap from Will!
Just camping that spawn.
That is so crushing for yobs. This might even cost them the last point. Like, they can just walk in.
Yeah, they don't even need to wait for Uber, they have 2 players, they're just gonna muscle this.
They should just spam the point, yeah. That's very unfortunate from yobs. Not really expecting to get spawn camped. Very crucial play from Will, by the way. Like, probably the play of the match so far.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. Like,
the GG egg play of the match.
The GG egg play of the match, as you say. Like, Roro's headshot on that medic was pretty nice. I expect to see that in the frag vid, please, Roro. But, yeah, just big plays, and it's a clean half for Dynamic Doodlers. I have to say, it took them a while, like, yeah, relatively, like, it was a good sort of long fight, but...
There was a lot of time spent pushing back and forth from mid. And then a lot of time spent on their last. But it was like a hard fought fight. There wasn't any like, it was definitely not one-sided. It just seemed like Dynamic Doodlers were just coming out on top, just in a few pushes, and then having some crucial plays from Roro and from Will that just secured them rounds.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's like what you got to think about when you play like an important match. Just play it safe. You're gonna get an advantage eventually if you do, you know, the right things, the smart things. So, assuming you can deny people trying to capitalize on you after, like, if you don't take your advantage, like, there's not really much risk to it. So it's nice to see they're playing it slow and going for the win.
Yeah, they definitely played it safe. A very mature playstyle from Dynamic Doodlers. Despite their pretty terrible name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's interesting, guys. But let's have a look at the stats.
The Starbucks stat attack. I feel like both demos on both teams did a lot of damage, but took a lot of damage.
Yeah, so We see Will topping the damage with 7.4k and taking 4.2, so not as much as his pocket, but still a decent amount. Then Joseno
maybe I was thinking of just DeJono taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, he did take 6k damage, like, that's quite a bit, but, you know, he was doing a lot of work too. So, I guess, you know, like, he didn't even have that many heals if you think about, like, the damage he had, so it's kind of okay with only his 8 deaths. But Will, like, really...
very centered more around their pocket rather than healing their demo a lot.
Yeah.
Will was doing a lot of work in a lot of pushes though.
21 to 3 as well, like, obviously knowing when you can do damage for him. And looking at the scouts, I think it's kind of a wash with the scouts. Red Snow struggling a little bit, but yeah, I think this is definitely a match for the heavies, as you might expect some of the lower divisions to be.
Yeah, lower divs are generally like, the scouts get better and better as the div get higher, where like the balance completely changes to where scouts are just like never missing robot people. But in lower divs, definitely like heavy players usually get the edge over scouts. That's not to say the scouts are bad in this div. They look to be pretty decent.
Like, it's nice to see them supporting the players where they need to be. Sometimes, like, as you were pointing out on some of those last holds, maybe both the scouts should be quite close to their combo, but it's nice to see they're looking to support their players when they're trying to spam an entrance or something like that, so
yeah,
definitely thinking.
Definitely not exactly the, like, run away and get 30 frags kind of scouts, but they do support their team and they do their job. So that's all you can really ask at this level. And we are just waiting through halftime. I guess Manwich might be having some technical difficulties as he rejoined the server.
Yeah, tech difficulties and a bit of a pep talk, I think.
Yeah, definitely on Yob's side, they could probably use a bit of a pep talk.
How are you, Tom Sawyer? I didn't see you there. It's been
I didn't have an overlay.
Yeah, it's been okay. Generally a good group of kids.
Good to hear. Who would be your favourites for this matchup? Would you be going with Dynamic Doodlers?
Yeah, I think Doodlers are just looking a little bit more composed at the minute.
Who's actually ranked higher? What are the positions of these teams? Who's the number 1? Who's the 4?
This is 2v3, and they're on the same points.
Oh, okay. So
played each other last round and took a map each.
Wow. I guess, yeah, it was obviously Dynamic Doodlers getting the higher seed with the 2 maps picked, but obviously a very close div. Hopefully...
It's weird this is his
It's
Yobs map.
very, very tight up at the top.
Yeah.
This seems to happen a lot in finals matches where the team's map that they pick, they usually lose on. It happened yesterday.
And we're readying up, incidentally.
Fantastic.
Okay, so we're ready to start the second half of OWL12, div5 OWL12 semi-finals. Dynamic Doodlers versus the local Yobs. I keep saying local Yobs.
DeJono's name is definitely throwing me a little bit, but
yeah,
we'll
Danjo. Many Danjo calls.
I miss OWL5, I gotta say. I don't think I was playing in it, but I think that was the season after I retired, but it's good to be back.
I think that was the season I first started adminning, actually.
It was good times.
Oh yeah.
In our chat, hearing them analyze Yob's play, we have no idea what we're doing. I don't know who that is, I assume it's one of the players.
I'd like to see maybe just more suicides, like from some of the teams. Obviously that can get stale if you need to mix it in with other things, but...
There definitely wasn't a lot of roaming soldier suicide plays as we're starting.
Just watching Will on this rollout. Looks to have a decent rollout here.
Yeah, that's surprisingly quick. He doesn't do the bop though, he opts for the cafe rollout. He did this last time with pretty good success.
Getting some good spam on the local Yobs choke. The soldiers are coming in for him.
Will gets a very early pick on DeJohno.
Oh, that was a big pipe. Just destroying Treefish on that hut, so not giving him any position, and...
Will seems to be taking these mids, like, by himself, like, just away with him.
Yeah, he's just doing so much work. Like, he just completely locked out...
3 players at the corner choke. Yeah.
You have to be faster against that or choose to go another way.
DeJohno doesn't really seem to be predicting his rollout, so he doesn't realize he's going cafe until it's too late and the choke is already sticky.
Oh, so Maple Mage just bomb in, trying to get some position. The scouts are a bit ahead of the combo for Dynamic Doodlers here, and just spamming it out.
Roro does get a pick on Treefish down behind everyone, and he's chasing a scout through flank. Hasn't seen him. He is behind. They're fighting in Valley. Both on below 20 health. They just decide to run away from each other.
He's able to get out, so maybe they're just going to poke this now that they do have a player out until he gets there. But I have to see. They are.
This could be an opportune time for one of those Roma jumps that we were talking about.
Yeah. We did see Maple Mage go in before to try and get some fam on the combo. He wasn't able to get anything, but obviously making people low for Royal to clean up, so that was nice. Isn't getting a buff yet, so see if he wants to.
He looks to be going to get a buff now, so let's hope we see some soldier jumps for some excitement on Sunshine.
The cafe play is real.
Yeah, like, so actually they look like a baiting cafe, so Maple Mage can jump.
Yeah, Maple Mage is going in now. He misses the jump, unfortunately, not able to quite get up there, and just gets a big pipe. Jesus, DeJohno, that's just like big plays. He's really on this point, but.
So with these div5 players only hitting pipes. The stickies aren't that great, but man, they hit some crazy pipes.
I really think yobs should be looking for like at least a poke or counter suicide or something when they get a pick like this. Like they're not really using any advantage given to them. If they don't react, like Dynamic Duelers are just going to keep doing this, and advantages will win the game.
It's pretty hard to push back into mid from a suicide. You need to be in a good position. Oh, Scout rushes in onto DeJohno and takes him out. Roro being super aggressive, and it's still continuing. He puts them in a great position.
Kill buzzer is quite low, but has got a much better Uber here. Is able to force, but they have already lost 2 players, so their post Uber won't be quite as strong. Is able to pick up a box though, so the pocket down there, looking to pressure it on the scouting cafe. And meanwhile, Treesus is just manning up on Will in choke, so no demo for the mid fight for Dynamic Doodlers.
Trees goes behind and actually takes out, I think, 2 people and then dying.
Treefish does jump forward, nearly gets killed by that scout there, but is able to get out.
Maple Mage not able to get the med.
Yeah, 6 HP there.
From Maple Mage.
Yeah. And it looks like local yobs just gonna heal up their players and look to push an entrance. They do still have a 7-second advantage on Maple Mage, so maybe looking to pressure Cafe here, but doesn't look like they're gonna go for it and just gonna play it safe.
Again, they're opting for this pressure through Cafe. It's a very odd way of playing the map that I haven't seen before. No, they opt to go choke now. I think. Well, Dynamic Doodler's just holding back, being safe. They do have 3 players near Valley, maybe looking for a sneaky pick. But not much happening, just pressure through Cafe again.
Yeah, they do get boxed to 60 health, so nearly a pick there, but he's got his medic healing him, he's gonna be fine, got a pack.
This is just a spam war. All this stat padding, come on guys, jump into each other.
Looking at Treefish again, just playing with one of his scouts on the flank here. Not really doing much though, just watching it. And Roro's got a buff, just playing near his medic, just in case
maybe
there's a jump.
Another Roro run-in again.
Yeah.
It seemed to work last time.
It could be good just to make something happen, but understandably if they just want to play it safe.
Dynamic Doodlers definitely are in the lead, so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not really surprised they're playing this passive, but it's not very exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah. And Treefish still not getting a buff, not looking to do something. Are any of the scouts for local yobs looking to do anything? DeJohno's just fully buffed. Okay, there is a bomb in from Maple Mage, but the scouts just...
50,
yeah, the scouts just are there. And Redstone's looking to push the flank here. Getting some spam off. Okay, the Uber has been there from Killbozza, is jumping in. Their Uber is forced from Dynamic Doodlers, but it's a much better Uber, and a Box just staying with his medic, looking to clean up here. Just he has players with him, looking to pressure out Cafe. Might better kill the demo here. That's just a nice rocket on that demo and Scout.
And good shotgun too. Takes out the demo man.
The Scout on his demo though, yeah. And just flanking behind, is that a Scout able to get out? Killbozza does go down, so...
No middies.
No middies. Treefish...
They have big player advantage. They should look to push in. And they are going through Cafe right now, so... Looks like they're gonna get this point pretty much for free.
Just concede there.
I thought he was gonna make a play through
Yeah, I
Valley,
thought he was going as well. But it's alright. And yeah, 70% Uber advantage to... looks like we do have a pause. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's dropped.
Ah, okay.
It's pretty even so far. Like, both teams are just sort of trading back the midpoint. There hasn't really been any pushes into last yet. So, I feel like they should probably be... I guess Dynamic Doodlers aren't going for plays because they don't need to, because they're 3 up. But definitely Yobs should be going through a few more jump plays. Like, they don't really have anything to lose on this point. So, they should just be jumping soldiers in, trying to force the med and get the advantage. And then pushing.
Yeah, and I think, okay, so we are live again, so the problems will only be for like a minute or something, so I expect that Manwich will probably drop after this push, so it's probably going to be for last, assuming that Dynamic Doodlers are able to take this, but they're not going quite yet. I can't quite see the Uber, but they probably... Okay, they've just got it now, and they've Ubered relatively early. They do drop Box, though.
Sticky trap.
Yeah, nice sticky trap. Trucker does go down to the Uber, unfortunately, but Treefish is managing to spam at the Scout on the flank.
Doing a good job of defending his medic here. He gets 3 kills.
Yeah, free down for...
Looks like they're just going to be able to push into last with player advantage at this point.
Expect Roro to probably play close with his medic here. It's not clear. Okay, so they're just walking upstairs.
They need to push before they got spawners because they are a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I guess they're just gonna hold this safe.
Yeah, maybe they're just looking to look for a suicide. Red Snow is spotting them. He sees Dynamic Doodlers. They're just playing on the left, just playing relatively safe. So they will know if they're coming at them, but yeah, no aggression coming out yet, and we do have Hardy's back, so that's quite nice. Treefish is underneath though. He's looking for a play. Okay, Killbozza has Ubered in. Got split up from his team a little bit, and not really... He does drop Trucker, so that's quite unfortunate. I think he probably could have got him there, but...
Will is just destroying them with stickies right now. So much damage coming in from Will, and they just get cleaned up from that push. And that was 100% Uber for Dynamic Doodlers.
Dijono's trying to slow them down, but it's just not going to be enough. Will and...
Dijono's going to get caught out here.
Will, yeah, they just managed to pick off Dijono. Will doing a nice job of trying to spam out these doors, trying to not let local Yobs come back in, but there are some players on the point. He hits a nice pipe. He's getting jumped. They are losing some players on this push.
Treefish is doing work in this point.
Yeah. Will's looking to re-enter from the left, maybe looking to get some spam down. He's sticking the point. He kills Red Snow. He's going to get on the point. Sticking it out. I think he's got this. Oh, pipe's coming in. And
very good play from Will. Taking out that scout. Crucial play to get that point. So it's 4-1 on to Dynamic Doodlers right now. It looks like Will playing this map very well. He's been involved in a lot of their crucial pushes. So I'm going to watch him on rollout as well. Opts to go the cafe again. Wonder if the Jono is going to actually see him this time. He does predict his coming. And he's just spamming pipes on them. He still gets quite a bit of damage. And yeah, Dynamic Doodler is just pushing across the point and just sort of crushing.
Yeah, they're just collapsing on it. The flank for local Yobs do have an opening though. They're looking to go on the Scout, but their combo's kind of dying. They need to help them, and Trucker does go down. Scouts they have the player advantage. They're using their player advantage just to take fights, and it's working out for them. Dynamic Doodle is now looking to push in on this soldier. He's able to get out through flank, just tying them up here. Like, with Dynamic Doodle is looking to take this second full Uber advantage. He just wants to slow him down, but isn't able to do so. And it will be on Traces going for a snipe.
Looking very grim for Yobs right now. This might be the game. With full Lupita said, I don't see them holding this.
Traces has got to make some plays here. He's looking right. Gets a shot on the medic. He drops Foslam. Oh, clutch when he needs to. Yeah, clutch when he needs to. And okay, so Treefish is just looking for some pressure here. The medic and scout for local Yobs. Okay, he does go down with a sticky trap, and that should be the push. But they will have a 50% advantage if they want to use it when they get Treefish up. So maybe just leave a player on last and go. But we'll have to see what they want to do. It's hard though, because you know it's the last cap for them. If somehow they lose a player and their last gets capped, that's the end of the map. So in some sense they need to play conservatively, but they've only got 20 minutes left. They need 4 rounds to draw, 5 rounds to get a win on this map. Obviously 4 rounds will only get you to golden cap, so they are playing against the clock here. They have to think about, you know, pushing off this point.
Definitely. It's also Sunshine, so wait, as I say, they're Ubering in. They jump 2 soldiers with the Uber.
Might be able to pick a box here.
Haven't got the med. Trucker missing some of his rocket. They don't really do much with the Uber.
Manwich is going for last. There's a scout demo here. Kills the demo.
Double back cap.
Double back cap. If Maple Wage wasn't there, I don't think they would have got that. But just fast kills from Manwich. That should be. Yep, that's the map. And 5-0 to Dynamic Doodle is quite an impressive performance.
I didn't expect the game between second and third to be that much of a blowout. I mean, it wasn't like a stomp or anything, but it's still 5-0. That just says a lot. So
yeah, a little bit disappointing there, to be honest.
Hopefully on a map that maybe they're both more familiar with, we'll see a bit of a closer game. Sunshine's a map that if you don't really know it, you're gonna get crushed on it. Like, it's just that sort of new map that no one really knows how to play yet.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think Yobs just need to kind of focus a little bit more, use the advantages when they have them. They're not playing confidently at the minute, and it's really hurting them.
Definitely. Mainly the mids, they sort of lost confidence as the game went on, and then they sort of just got pressured out of mids, and were just losing because of that. They were just getting so much pressure on them, and they just weren't confident in like their DM or going in, so they just sort of played too passively and got just pretty much destroyed at mid.
And we kind of see that in the stats. We will top damaging like 2.8k damage, 7-1 in 11 minutes, or 12 minutes is pretty good. Obviously, his kill to deaths is obviously nice, but yeah, it's clear he's just locking out local Yobs, and Dejano's had a bit of a rough half there, but again, the scouts, it's kind of a wash. Teresa's having a pretty decent game, 6-2, but again, this is all about the heavies. And who do you think really needs to step it up? Like, obviously, local Yobs need to play better as a team. They need to try and use their advantages when they get them, try and just take the opportunity to get off their points when they're defending. But who do you think can really just bring it out for them in this process?
Process, I think, again, is another map where Demo's very strong. And I saw in Twitch chat that Dejano is very good on Viaduct. So I assume that means he just goes forward and does a lot of damage, that kind of demo man. So I think it's going to be a battle of like the demos on mid to who can get the most damage. And then scouts are also a lot more effective on this map. So I think the Yob scouts definitely need to step up a bit more and sort of challenge the heavies. They're not really doing a lot, so I think if they go for a bit more like aggression and like flank plays, they're probably going to do better and just follow up their demo man's damage.
Stream appears to be offline, Bulldogs.
Oh, that's interesting. It's still live. Still. Hang on, I'll see if I can see the stream.
Bulldogs.
Oh, that's interesting. It's still live. No, it still seems to be on.
Could be an issue at my end.
Yeah, I'm getting other people saying black screen, but I did just check it.
Yeah, no, it's all good with the refresh.
Okay, cool. I might actually just... If those watching could not leave the stream a second, preferably just leave the window open, like the stream is going to go down for about a minute, I'm able to up the quality if like people don't leave the stream, because you have quality options. So for those able to watch in 1080p, you will be able to, and for those not able to, say, even watch at the current quality that easily, if it's buffering a bit for you, you can lower the quality if you need to. So if you would just not leave the stream, and I will just restart it.